Hi, I'm Tim Alatorre, Chief Operating Officer of Orbital Assembly. Thanks for joining us today. I'm excited to share a conversation I recently had with two of our investors. Brandy, who was actually at our D-Star event in Fontana, California last year and has invested in our last two campaigns, and Adrian, who's invested in all three of our campaigns and would have loved to have gone to the D-Star event, but he lives across the pond, so a little hard for the transportation. Today, we're going to talk about why they're interested in space and Orbital Assembly Corporation. And just a reminder that this is not a solicitation to invest. We do have capital campaigns open, and you're welcome to go and look and learn more about those at orbitalassembly.com/invest. But please do your own research and understand the risks before making any financial decisions. And a reminder that Adrian and Brandy's opinions and their thoughts are their own and not the official position of Orbital Assembly Corporation. And with that, we will get into the conversation. Adrian was just saying he's in England, north
that's
of
right,
Birmingham. Yeah, let's get rid of that. There we go.
I'm in California.
And,
Oh, wow.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Which part are you located in?
In SoCal, outside of LA. I actually came to your demo. I came to the demo last summer.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I so
Yeah,
wanted to go
wonderful.
to that. I would
Yes.
have loved to have gone to see that. Just obviously wasn't possible.
Well, we're going to be having other events. The next one will most likely be here in Huntsville.
It's one of the reasons I'm so interested in the project, the engineering behind it. I'm an automation engineer, so it's something. Yeah, it's something that I find quite fascinating, and it's watching the evolution of the equipment, and watching how D-Star and P-Star are developing.
Yeah, the automation piece is an interesting one. We've made a lot of development on kind of simplifying those systems to where we can build more with less complexity.
Exactly, simplicity is going to be king, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. Well, the challenging thing with space is you just can't send up somebody to fix it easily, right? If something
something
doesn't work out right, you have to have contingencies for that. So redundancy and having the minimal number of 0-point failures possible is critical.
Absolutely, yeah.
I guess first off, thank you so much for your investment and continuing support of Orbital Assembly and for coming out to our event in Fontana. That's fantastic.
It was great. Yeah.
And I probably met you there. I met a lot of people that day. There were so many people there. Did you get a chance to say hi to me then?
I don't think so. You were pretty busy, but I met many other people. So
great. Yeah. Well, I'm sure that if I go back and look at the pictures, I'll see you somewhere in
I saw the aerial shot out there, and I'm definitely right in the front when they were undoing the demo. So
fantastic. Great. Yeah, that was an interesting event. Looking forward to doing something again. It was unique in that we actually got to demonstrate building something, and I'm not sure how many more of those kind of building demos we'll be able to do. A lot of the testing is going to be happening in testing facilities where it's under very controlled conditions, but definitely we want to get our investors and supporters out there touching stuff and seeing prototypes. And Adrian, why don't you just start and share with us why space? Why are you excited and interested in
why space? Well, it's always been an inspiration to me. I mean, you look up at the night sky and you just see all those diamonds up there, and you can't help but wonder what's out there. What is, and it's the next step for us, isn't it? Is going beyond our realm and exploring all of these different, planetary bodies and eventually perhaps the universe itself, and expanding beyond our existence. It's got to happen. We've got to grow as a civilization, or we will, there'll be some sort of cataclysm, and that'll be it. We'll be wiped out if we don't populate other planets or have a presence in space. We're not going to survive long term. That's so. And when you look at the variety out there as well, like the variety of nature on Earth, the variety of planets is endless. So it's just always been an inspiration to me to see these projects evolving. And I feel that by now we should have rotating space stations that provide gravity and make it easier for people to actually travel to space and negate some of the effects that microgravity has on the human body. And the opportunity that will provide to experiment and have people tourism and so forth in space is immense.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you get a chance to look at the study that we just released with Dr. Jemison and Dr. Olabisi? If you haven't,
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, Brandy, you're nodding your head. You got a chance to look at that?
Yeah, I've been waiting for that. It's incredible, but I'm, some of my focus in my research is adaptability, and we well know that microgravity is, humans, our species isn't meant to exist in microgravity, and so there's just so many detrimental effects that it has in the body, and it is, like you said, Adrian, it's a long time that we have the design and this plan for the rotational space station, because we're not going to be able to thrive. We need to do more than just survive in space. We need to thrive in space. We need to not just become sick and atrophied as we do our research and go into these this new space era that I believe we're upon. So I'm just really excited about this technology. I hope I know the technology is sound. I do worry about the so-called Coriolis effect and how our bodies will adapt to this. And so my research will be geared towards research in artificial gravity, and I'm really excited.
So Brandy, I've got a lot of questions for you all of a sudden. I'll ask you the first question I just asked Adrian as to why space, and then I'd like to circle back on what you're doing as well. Yeah. But so why space for you?
Yeah, space. I guess I grew up in Houston, watching the NASA astronauts, and I always wanted to be an astronaut, but at that time you had to be military, you had to be a pilot, and I didn't have female role models in that way. So, I went to the medical side. I'm a veterinarian. I'm a microbiology researcher, and right now I'm working on some human factors and adaptability studies. We're doing some under the ocean and planning some for parabolic campaigns, and ultimately, hopefully, on rotating space stations such as the Voyager station, or Pioneer, I suppose, will be the first one, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, we're planning on doing both. So, yeah, very cool. And then I guess, Adrian, I'll just ask you the second follow-up question is why have you chosen to invest in Orbital Assembly? And I don't have it in front of me, but I believe you've invested a couple times through a couple of our raises. So,
all of the rounds so far. Yeah.
So why Orbital Assembly?
Because pretty much for the reasons that we've just discussed, really, is that there obviously isn't the will there to create these rotating space stations from people like NASA and ESA and so forth. They seem to be planning to just produce microgravity stations. So it's obvious to me that the only way this is going to happen is through privatization, private business. So you guys have got the plan. You've got what looks like a solid building system, an ability to adapt that system to potentially whatever type of station a customer might want. So, I think it's a good route to go. And you've already come out with several use cases, for private use and for tourism and even server farms and so forth in space. It's all there, and it's the obvious next step. So I think unless we start investing and encouraging this kind of activities, it's never going to happen. So that's why for me, because you're taking the step that no one else is taking. I think that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one else is doing this. No one else is doing this. So I want to believe in this technology. I think your engineers have very sound designs, and I'm excited to see. We'll never know unless we try, right? So
yeah, exactly.
I'm on board for helping out in any way I can for this new technology, and if we can demonstrate that it will work and that humans can adapt to that and actually do a little bit better than they do in microgravity, I think we'll show the world that, this can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I look forward. You said you're a veterinarian.
Yeah.
I look forward to having pets in
Yeah.
space.
We'll see.
Pets can't really,
Yeah. Why
they don't
not?
adapt that well to microgravity, we've shown.
No, they don't.
So I love that.
But people love their
Yeah.
pets, and especially now the companion animal, business and healthcare industry is, people are paying more attention to self-care and health and animal companionship. And I think that there will be a place for, not maybe just any pet in space, but for having animals in space, and we will continue to learn from them as well.
I mean, can you imagine the mental health benefits from having a pet with you in space? I mean, that alone, it takes away the loneliness and it would be, I think that would be quite a game changer, actually, in some ways.
They have some pretty cool AI ones, or some robot dogs that are companions. And the studies are there that having a companion, whether it be a living, breathing thing or something that is similar to that, it has profound effects on the human psyche.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully you enjoy that conversation with Brandy and Adrian. It's just always such a pleasure to talk to people who are excited about space and what we're doing here at Orbital Assembly. If you'd like to learn more about investing in Orbital Assembly, feel free to go to orbitalassembly.com/invest. There you can learn all the details of our current offerings and also sign up for notifications of future opportunities. And as always, follow us on social media, like and subscribe here on YouTube for the latest and greatest in what we're doing. And I look forward to talking with you at some point in the future. Thanks so much.